I'm short. This guy is shorter than I am, okay? Yeah, so he got a tattoo of himself all over his body, but taller. Yeah, great artist, tattoo artist, took care of it for him. And also today is Emoji Day. Yeah, let's hear it for the emojis in your life. And, well, hey, we've all got to have emojis if we're going to communicate via text or, any of the other new and more modern stuff, right? Okay, let's see. Birthdays. Yeah, we have birthdays. Let's celebrate our big shot birthdays today. Okie dokie. We'll celebrate with actor Donald Sutherland. He's 85. Okay? You hear his voice in a lot of commercials. And, he's the daddy of Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, Donald from Canada. But we forgive him. Guitarist Spencer Davis is 81. Geezer of Black Sabbath, Geezer Butler, is 71. Actress Lucy Arnaz is 69. Yeah, Lucy and Ricky's little girl. Actor David Hasselhoff is 68. Yeah, okay. And actress Nancy Giles, 60. Actor Andre Royal is 52. Actress Bitty Schramm, 52. Actor Jason Clarke is 51. Actor Eric Winter is 44. Actor Mike Vogel, 41. I know Mike Vogel, a different one. Actor Tom Cullen is 35. Actor Brandon Eaton, 34. And actress Billie Lourd is 28. Okay, they would be the big shots. Coming up, we've got to look at local birthdays.
Wash your hands, avoid sick people, and touching your face. There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We've got birthday wishes going out today to Anna Johnson, Clara Contreras, Robert Lizarriga, Gabriel Herrera, Oscar Barson, Marco Alvarado, Christina Sweet, Leslie Villanueva, Paul Tharp, Teresa Betancourt, Mary Hatton, Monica Urias, Samantha Webb, Stella Chavez, Frank Benjamin Ontiveros, Connie Torres, and 4-year-old Justin Vargas. Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday. And let's see, what's new? Well, hey, there's a new book out. It predicts the demise of Facebook within 5 years. Hey, not to worry. Internet experts are working around the clock to come up with something new that wastes your time while spying on you and selling your personal information. Yeah, what would life be without that? Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, in a recent survey, 60% responding said they have gained weight during the pandemic. I am in that group, yes. Yeah, about 2 years ago or so, I lost about 15, 18 pounds. Yeah. I put 5 of it back on. But now, I've been working at it. I've got two of that 5 off. I'm working at it, yeah. But what the heck? You get bored, you eat, right? Okay, yeah. It's just natural. Oh, and my wife, big Survivor fan. Yeah, the TV show Survivor. I hesitate to tell her the new season of Survivor will be delayed due to the pandemic. But dear, we really don't need a survival show on TV. Now, the way things are going, our whole planet is turning into a global game of survival. Yeah. True life can be more interesting. Coming up about 8:30 this morning, we will be visiting with Imperial County Deputy Chief Executive Officer Esperanza Colio Warren, and we will be discussing activities at the Local Assistance Center in Nyland, and how the cleanup efforts are going, and opportunities for the community to assist with donations to help the victims in the Nyland fire recovery efforts. So that's coming up at about 8:30 this morning. If you miss it then, don't worry. We'll have it available on our YouTube channel and also as a podcast on our Facebook page. Yeah, we're in the digital world. How about we check in with a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Update. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp says it's the right thing to do.
Wear a mask when out in public or when you cannot distance yourself inside.
But he says forcing people to cover up is wrong.
While we all agree that wearing a mask is effective, I'm confident that Georgians don't need a mandate to do the right thing.
He's filed a lawsuit to try to prevent Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms from enforcing her new rule in Atlanta. She tells CBS This Morning he's putting politics over people.
Our governor is a Trump loyalist, and he seems to work very hard to police the president of the United States, and that is often at the expense of the people in our state.
There were more than 77,000 new coronavirus cases in the U.S. yesterday. That beats the old record by nearly 10,000. The daily death toll, more than 900. That includes a record 156 lives lost in one day in Florida. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Some key decisions ahead for state officials on whether to offer strict guidelines on the reopening of schools this fall. In an online Q&A session on Facebook Thursday, Dr. Anthony Fauci noted that many young people are contracting COVID-19 and staying sick for weeks.
Even when they clear the virus and they test negative, they can feel out of sorts for weeks and weeks.
A Southern California woman says she tested positive for coronavirus twice, first in April, then again after returning to work in June.
You know, where you see a door that's plastic with zipper on it. I was in a room like that by myself.
She ended up spending 2 weeks in the hospital. Experts have indicated that antibodies can protect you from getting the virus a second time, but it's not clear for how long. The state Supreme Court rules that this year's bar exam won't be canceled because of the pandemic. Many recent law graduates wanted the exam canceled and wanted to be granted permanent law licenses through a diploma privilege program. Near 80 today in L.A., low 90s in Sacramento, 109 in Palm Springs. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
O'Reilly Auto Parts has everything you need for summer car maintenance, and our professional parts people can help you find the best oil change supplies for your car. Get 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life motor oil and a MicroGuard filter for $28.99, plus a $7 gift card after mail-in rebate. For your summer oil change, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference, like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. with 2 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue, right next to Food for Less. Well, the appeals court has issued their rulings in the Abadi versus IID appeal. George Gale has more.
The opinion is on the appeal filed by the IID in the Abadi versus IID litigation. On the opinion, Imperial Irrigation District Board President Norma Sierra Galindo says the opinion reaffirmed the IID's position that the district is the water rights holder for the Imperial Valley and that there is no privileged class of water users. In the 106-page ruling, the appeals court said Imperial County Superior Court Judge L. Brooks Anderholt had, among other issues, taken an unduly narrow view of the district's purposes, thus failing to account for the district's broader obligations, and took an overly expansive view of the rights of the farmers. The appeals court concluded that the local court correctly found that the district abused its discretion in the manner that it prioritizes water users in the 2013 Equitable Distribution Plan, or EDP, but the Superior Court erred to the extent that it found any other abuse of discretion on the part of the IID in the 2013 EDP. The appeals court added that Judge Anderholt erred by granting declaratory relief that usurped the district's authority, and that based on, in part, on the flawed findings. The appeals court said they conclude that farmers within the district possess an equitable and beneficial interest in the district's water rights, which is pertinent to their lands, and that their interest consists of a right to water service. District retains discretion to modify service consistent with its duties to manage and distribute water equitably for all categories served in the district. By KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time is 7:43. It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. And in other news, Governor Gavin Newsom is expected to announce new guidance for the reopening of California schools today, with many of the state's 1,000 districts just weeks away from returning to school and still undecided on whether to allow students back in the classrooms. Well, it's Probation Services Week. Something to celebrate. Here's George Gale.
It was recognized by the County Board of Supervisors Tuesday. Chief Probation Officer Dan Prince says this year's annual Probation Services Week will be next week. The special week honors probation professionals who work to keep communities safe. At their meeting this week, County Board of Supervisors approved a proclamation honoring the professionals who work in the pretrial, probation, and parole services. Assistant Chief Probation Officer Elizabeth Says said probation is about motivating behavioral change to ensure public safety. She said additionally, probation staff have been a force throughout the community, helping those in need, including the Meals on Wheels program and Homeless Task Force during the current pandemic. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, that's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1 of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Baja Farms in Hopeville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they have accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and supporting youth of the Imperial Valley, from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years and has a special message for you from your friends at Baja Farms. Freedom is something money can't buy, and most honorable of all are the ones who defend it. So let's keep saluting them. God bless America.
It's page 2 of the local news and a look at weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning. Well, we've got a COVID-19 update from George Gale.
It was released late yesterday morning. Report comes from the Imperial County Health Department. According to the latest update, 40,621 patients have been tested. There have been 8,310 positive tests. Of those, 7,084 have recovered. Death toll is unchanged at 148. There are 1,078 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. Kxo leads all communities with 2,636 positive COVID-19 tests. Of those, 2,310 have recovered. There are currently 268 active cases in Calexico. El Centro has reported 2,162 positive COVID-19 cases. 1,824 of those have recovered. There are 292 active cases in El Centro. In Brawley, there have been 1,404 positive cases. 1,176 have recovered. There are currently 212 active cases of COVID-19 in Brawley. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, cool centers have become a victim of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a normal year, cool centers would have been set up throughout the valley. They provided an air-conditioned location for those needing a break from the extreme heat during the summer in the valley. This year, because of social distancing and mandated closures, there are no cool centers. Communities have come up with some alternatives. They're called comfort stations. Most are shaded areas in a local park. To find a comfort station, go to the website of your city or the community nearest you. Brawley, El Centro, and Imperial have their comfort stations listed. Others will reportedly follow. Well, guess what? A smuggler was arrested. George Gale has more.
Narcotics were seized. It happened early Thursday morning. At a little after midnight, El Centro Sector Border Patrol agents assigned to the Kxo station arrested a man for illegally entering the United States about 18 miles east of the Kxo downtown port. Agents searched the man's backpack and found 15 cellophane-wrapped packages. A man and his backpack were transported to the Kxo station, where it was determined the packages contained methamphetamine. Narcotics weighed 15.2 pounds with an estimated street value of $34,200. The man, a 44-year-old Mexican national, and the meth were all placed in federal custody pending prosecution. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And KXO News Time is 7:49.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
The National Weather Service says above normal temperatures will continue through the weekend and possibly through early next week, with daily highs in the Imperial and Yuma valleys around 110 degrees. What a weight, our high yesterday, 83, our low. Sunny today with a high near 109, light winds. Clear tonight with a low around 80, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 111, south wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 112, west-northwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. And right now downtown, we've got 84 degrees, 58% relative humidity, wind out of the east-northeast. It's coming through about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
With interest rates at all-time lows, now is the time to own the home of your dreams. Our team is here for you to come and check out our spacious homes with large lots. Phase 37 is sold out, but Phase 38 is now available for sale, and the home of your dreams is waiting for you. Vista del Valle, the premier community in Imperial, with wide streets, a neighborhood park, new home community located in the highly rated Imperial School District. Vista del Valle, where strangers become friends, families bond, and houses become homes. Located at the intersection of Austin and Brewer Road in Imperial. Models will be shown by appointment only. Call Terry Lynn Minville at 760-791-2368. That's 760-791-2368 to set up your viewing. Come visit us today. Vista del Valle.
It's sports time. And in baseball, you remember baseball, right? Well, the San Diego Padres and the Kansas City Royals, a 3-player deal. The Padres sent outfielder Franchi Cordero and prospect Ronald Bolaños to Kansas City, and in the process picked up left-handed reliever Tim Hill. Well, submarine style. And the Padres get left-handed bullpen help while giving up a couple of young prospects in the process. Alex Rodriguez is among the bidders for a possible purchase of the New York Mets. He called for baseball players to accept the type of revenue-sharing system that is tied to a salary cap and sparked quick opposition from the players' union. However, Rodriguez later stressed that he never said salary cap. Yeah. Okay, A-Rod, let's see you get out of this one. NBA news, James Harden surprised the Houston Rockets by showing up for a Thursday practice, his first since arriving at the NBA's Walt Disney World Resort campus 5 days after the team flew to Orlando. According to Rockets coach Mike D'Antonio, he looked good. He probably was rusty for about 30 seconds, and then he was back. Meanwhile, Milwaukee Bucks guard Eric Bledsoe tested positive for the coronavirus and has yet to show up in Orlando.
Have you been a victim of a crime or have you witnessed a crime? The Imperial County District Attorney's Office is here to provide you with support and resources that are available through the Victim Witness Assistance Program. Our mission is to help you cope with the aftermath of victimization. We have trained and experienced victim advocates to help guide you through the criminal justice process. To get the guidance and support you need, please contact the Imperial County Victim Witness Assistance Program at 442-265-1175. That's 442-265-1175.
Funding made possible through the United States Department of Justice Victims of Crime Act 2018, B2270180.
Well, Serena Williams is planning to make her return to competition at a new hardcourt tournament in Kentucky next month. And the Tennis Integrity Unit has fined and suspended a Belarusian chair umpire and a Greek tournament director for match fixing and betting offensive. Betting in tennis? Oh my, that's kind of like misconduct in the NFL. 15 women who previously worked for Washington's NFL organization have alleged sexual harassment and verbal abuse by former scouts and members of owner Daniel Snyder's inner circle. Among those accused of misconduct are former Director of Pro Personnel Alex Santos and former Assistant Director of Pro Personnel Richard Mann II, as well as longtime radio play-by-play announcer and Senior Vice President Larry Michael. All three departed the organization within the last week. Well, that's it for Sports Time. Stick around. We've got financial news coming your way.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and weather is brought to you by the Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. Stocks gave up some early gains today to trade slightly lower as investors reacted to disappointing consumer sentiment data and gauged the potential for additional fiscal stimulus in the U.S. and Europe as COVID-19 cases remained on the rise. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 90 points on early trading. The S&P 500 index was off about 7.5 points, while the NASDAQ off 48 points in early trading. According to analysts Rubila Faruqi, in short, the index weakened in early July as sentiment soured, no doubt reflecting a surge in virus cases that is once again restricting activity and clouding the outlook, especially as it relates to job prospects. Meanwhile, housing starts came in at 1.19 million seasonally adjusted annual rate in June. The Commerce Department said a 17% increase from May. Shares of Netflix were down 7.9%, with concerns over the second half outlook overshadowing a jump in revenue and the addition of more than 10 million new subscribers to the video streaming service. BlackRock Incorporated shares were up 3% after reporting earnings and revenue that beat Wall Street expectations.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
It will be sunny today with a high near 109, light winds. Clear tonight with a low around 80. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming light after midnight. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 111. South wind about 5 miles per hour. We have 85 degrees downtown, 60% relative humidity, wind out of the east at about 3 miles an hour. And coming up at 8:30 this morning, we will visit with Imperial County Deputy Chief Executive Officer Esperanza Colio Warren, and we'll be talking about the Nyland fire recovery efforts. And if you miss it at 8:30, we'll have it available as a podcast on our website and also on the KXO YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kaith, and many cities and states have already charted their own plans for the upcoming school year. As CBS's Stephen Portnoy tells us, any updated government guidance in the pandemic won't be ready for a while.
It was 9 days ago. Vice President Pence said the CDC would be issuing new guidelines for schools this week.
5 different documents that will be giving even more clarity on the guidance going forward.
But the CDC now says that advice to school administrators will be out before the end of the month. The reasons for the delay aren't clear. President Trump has complained the CDC's prior advice for reducing the chances of COVID spread has been too impractical and too expensive for schools. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp said today he's against mask mandates, but in favor of mask wearing to ward off the coronavirus.
To be smart and to be scared of it, that's a good thing. So you should wear your mask. But we also have to learn to continue to operate. And I will tell you that there's many businesses that have been able to do that for months now and have not had any problem.
He is suing the city of Atlanta, which has an order in place. In Miami Beach, Mayor Dan Gelber is calling for a statewide mask order in Florida.
We're not sure exactly if there are any tools left in the toolkit, frankly. If people don't wear masks, the decision is going to be made for all of us.
Overseas, Israel's announced new restrictions because of a surge in cases, business closures, and restaurants limited to takeout and delivery. 15 women accuse key people in the Washington NFL franchise's front office with sexual harassment. One of them, Emily Applegate, tells the Washington Post she put up with an array of remarks about her appearance.
I would walk out of very important people's office in tears, and I couldn't stop them from coming down my face like they saw it happening.
And within the past week, 3 people in the front office have left the organization. Federal officers used tear gas to clear a crowd of protesters last night in Portland, Oregon. It came just hours after the head of Homeland Security visited and called them violent anarchists. British Airways, the world's largest operator of Boeing 747s, is retiring the fleet effective immediately. Our travel advisor, Peter Greenberg.
Many other carriers around the world, including United and Delta in the U.S., had already retired the 4-engine original wide-body before the pandemic. And in the case of British Airways, which had planned to retire their 747s in 2024, the rapid collapse of passenger traffic was the tipping point for the Queen of the Skies.
Analysts at Moody's say they don't expect air travel to return to pre-pandemic levels till late 2023. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 2 points. NASDAQ is down 2 points. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open a new savings account with a rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
How much money would you like to save just by doing something you're already doing? 15 or 25%? How about 30%? Here in California, Allstate safe drivers can save 30% just by doing something they're already doing. Driving safe. That's right, 30% just by driving safe. Allstate can help lower your cost of driving. Safe drivers can save 30% or more. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars are just as crunchy and creamy on the lawn chair as they are at the lookout. As delicious on your porch as they are at the park. So enjoy a Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bar wherever you are.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green.
The boys of summer are about to take the field. Cue the cheering.
When the socially distanced baseball season gets underway next week, Major League players will still hear the roar of the crowd, even though stands will be empty. The MLB has decided to play crowd noise from its official video game through ballpark sound systems during games. Stadium sound engineers will have access to about 75 different effects and reactions. Clubs have been using the Nats during summer camp games. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
With a grant from the Mellon Foundation, 3 major literary arts nonprofits have teamed up to administer $3.5 million for organizations struggling in the pandemic. The Academy of American Poets, Community of Literary Magazines and Presses, and the National Book Foundation are involved. Nonprofits will give out one-time grants, topping out at $50,000. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Thank God it's
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I don't like it. I love it.